What's going on, guys? We're back in NHL 20 today, playing some franchise mode with our New Jersey Devils. So we're here in episode 4 to finish off the season, and I did my due diligence across the league to see if there's anything to be done. What I found was absolutely nothing that I wanted on the trade block. There's a few prospects that I would like to beef up my prospect pool with. One being in Dallas. If you go to their defense, Thomas Harley is on their block. What my option was is we have a couple low top fours. I was going to use Nikita here, and I was going to use Bernard as well as Head Fist. See how close I could get and see if they'd take that deal so I can beef up my prospect pool. And if that didn't work, I was gonna add in one more little piece here, a goalie that we're probably not gonna use a lot. We have two that we're not really using at all because we have Domingue and Schneider, but if we went down to injury, we need a backup, and Larson has not played a game this year for us, so he can be put into that deal and sent to Dallas. Nothing there. And for our first round draft pick, I assume this was going to be a little tough. Clark, no. Anybody that I can just send away. Alexandrinov was in the deal last episode from St. Louis. We got him in the Palmieri trade, so I wouldn't mind sending him away. Wow, what is he? Medium top 9. Yeah, 20. That's a lot of prospects just to offload for Harley. Let's see if we can get it done. Accepted. It wasn't really a big deal. They got a couple pretty solid guys in return, prospect-wise. They're playing pretty good, so, and we need help defensively for the future, and I think we kind of have our prospect, or we have our centers, right, and our great winger, so we just need to shore up defensively, and I think that helps a lot. So now for the future, we have Hobbs, we have Smith, we have Harley, we have Drysdale, and even if Ball doesn't make it, that's 4 solid top defensemen for the future here. And Harley could even look at NHL time starting next year if he can really play good. So I'll write down that trade. There was really nothing else that I wanted to do. See, he was at 12 and he was an 18. He was Arizona's pick, so that was a deal with Taylor Hall. Alright, so there's not much else I want to do. Not really any prospects I'm looking to get. That was kind of just to help offload some players. More of a player dump than really anything else. And it helps them too. So they have a couple of prospects now that they're able to move. And Larson could help them a lot. Maybe not in the AHL, but future, if they're getting rid of Elliott and Linus Ullmark, they have a pretty solid AHL career goaltender right here. Alright, so I'll write down that trade and we'll get right back into the simulation. Alright, so like I said, no trades really that I'm looking for at this time. So I think I'll come back to you guys if there's a big deal. But other than that, we're going to skip past this deadline. And if you might look at it and say, well, why'd you get rid of all the depth? Larson was good depth at goalie. Bernard could have been good depth. Hedquist is still young. Okyatuk. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. He could have been good depth. Alexandrinov, you just got, like, you didn't give him an opportunity. It was more of just getting that last piece for the top four. Like, for the future, I'm rebuilding this team. We're contending. We really shouldn't have we shouldn't. There should be no reason why we don't make the playoffs. It's just the way I'm looking at it. I'd rather go for that top four piece and give up a little bit to get a little bit. It just makes more sense to me. Yeah, no more deals that I want to make. We have pretty solid depth in the AHL. If I have to call people up, Klein being one of them, and Gooley and McIntyre to Carolina for Kukanainen and a fourth to Florida. I don't know, I think that deal kind of was a solid one for us, and it just helps out get the last, like I said, the last piece to the puzzle for us. So now we just gotta focus on getting to the playoffs. Alright, there's no point really to cancel simulation as Addison and Harbeck to Buffalo for Colin Miller. Rittich and Wilson to Carolina for Ryan Suzuki and Anton Honka. It's a pretty good deal for Calgary. Two huge prospects for a goalie that's not too solid. Well, I don't know how his stats have been, but realistically, he hasn't been solid this year for Calgary, and Wilson's just an add-on for them as we're coming up to the trade deadline. Kane and Stewart to Dallas. So Dallas is stocking up, even with the prospects. Alright. And what they have is they have a Broberg and a fourth to Minnesota, Brody and a third to Edmonton. With Dallas, it helps Dallas because it's just depth they need to fill out eventually. So I feel like they don't need that key prospect. They're going for a cup. It could be good for 2-3 years. Those guys can come up and fill up the roster if they need them, right? Alright, so let's get down to this. Actually, we can just finish off the year. And I'll see you guys at the end of it. And we do a little wrap up. And then we head into the playoffs. Well, that's kind of ironic. Remember when I said we might need that backup goalie? Looks like we might need him. Corey Schneider, post-concussion syndrome, gone for the rest of the year. Absolutely gone for the rest of the year. It's a good thing we didn't get rid of Kallgren. I mean, Larson would have been great for this role, but Kallgren can just fill right in, right? He's not bad for a backup, and you still got Louis Domingue. Well, we did worse than what I expected. We really did. We kind of crashed down near the end of the season here. We finished better than last year. There's probably stuff I could have done to help. Honestly, glad I didn't make any big moves. I think that we played great. I'm not upset. Like I said at the beginning of the season, we're a growing team. We just got to get our centers to develop a little bit more. And Jack Hughes is doing that, right? So I'm not upset about the season. We finished pretty solid. I expect next year to make the playoffs. So now our attention goes to the off season, and just gotta regroup as a team here. I think Blackwood's a pretty solid goalie to have next year. 6 shutouts. It's pretty good. He played a great number of games, and Howard had a solid year as a backup, so I'm not upset about that. Alright, let's see, did the AHL make the playoffs? If they did, they did. They have not yet, so we'll finish up their season. I don't think they will, but you know, you never know. Hey, look at that, they did. They made it into the playoffs. They squeaked in. So, what I might do is see who can be sent down not on waivers to help their run out. See if I've got anybody that could help them. Like maybe a Merkley. Does he have waivers? No waivers. Perfect. Just like that, he should be, yep, he's in there. So we're just gonna help them a little bit, help them go on a run. Alright. Waiver eligibility, yes. We gotta call some guys up. I think that'd be great for Mikheyev. Let's call some of our crappier guys up. Here, so we're gonna go another forward and another defense. How is Zaka? Can Zaka? Hold on. Zaka can go. And you know what? If we can get another solid defenseman, like a Ty Smith, down there. Oh, okay, he goes down to junior. You know what? We can send Smith back down to junior, maybe. He can just get some more. I don't know. Who's he with junior? I think he can stay. Anybody that can go. Tennyson can go. Can Carrick? Carrick can go. Butcher can go. What the? It's his waivers not on? Okay, well, I'm not gonna stack them completely, but you know, that helps, kind of. Anderson's hurt. I think the rest of the guys can stay up. Yeah, the rest of them can stay up. Oh, wait. Does that mean that Mackenzie Blackwood can go down? Because that might be very beneficial for him to go on a little bit of a run. And in the system, we bring up Colgren. Is waivers even on? I feel like this could be very good. We have a solid group, and I feel like this could really help Blackwood. Could help him a lot. I mean, I guess. What his best line's at? I guess waivers aren't on it. If they're not on, I'm gonna be upset. I'd rather not get upset now, though. Hey, Toronto's in the playoffs. Yeah, why not stack them up? Help them win a cup. Win a Calder Cup, bring something good. We really shouldn't be losing games. Hey, we're out of the playoffs. Alright, I guess that didn't really do much. Best line's that. They can just stay down there, and we'll see you when the draft screen is up to see where we pick. Alright, so we pick 14th, and I think I'm also going to get this draft done. I feel like that'd be very beneficial. Alright, so we pick 14th. That's a solid pick for us. The retired players. Anybody call it quits? Clark MacArthur is gone by Clarkie. He didn't play bad for us. Put up some solid numbers in the AHL past 2 years. Past year. I swear he played with us for 2 years, but you know. Oh, he did okay. Yeah, so we traded for him. Put up solid numbers, playoff stats. Didn't get to win a Stanley Cup or nor a Calder Cup, but you know, it's not really upsetting, I don't think, to him. He had a really good career. Any goalies, call it quits. Not really anybody worth looking at here. Who called it quits from Toronto? Eric Englund. We will go based off games played. See here who the big ones are. Bronziak, Roy. Couple big guys call it quits. Carl Gunnarsson wins a Stanley Cup and then says, I'm done. I guess if you want to be. Condra, Reed. Solid guys. Let's see here. Continue simming. Let's not do these draft interviews. Nashville wins another. Is that back-to-back Stanley Cups for the Preds? Back-to-back Stanley Cup champions for the Predators. Toronto wins the Presidents. Nashville and Philly this time. Philly can't seal the deal. Individual awards. Art Ross to McDavid, Hart to McDavid, Norris to Shabbat, Pedersen with the Lady Byng, Tolvanen with the Calder, Forsberg with the Conn Smythe, Bobrovsky with the Vezina. Forsberg gets back-to-back Conn Smythes. Bobrovsky's second Vezina. Markstrom with the M. Jennings. Walensky with the Masterton. C. Calder with the Jack Adams, Kopitar with the Selke, McDavid with the Ted Lindsay, and Maurice Richard goes back to Ovechkin. Did we win any? Doesn't look like it. I don't think we won any team awards either. No, we did not. Alright. Let's check out our player growth. Come on, not the button I wanted. Progress supports. Zaka up to an 83. That's huge. Helping out that second line statistical growth. Yeah, look at that. Statistical growth. Stuff that should stay with him. Heischer up to an 86. Natural growth. Pretty much all natural. Hobbs gets some natural. McLeod is some natural growth. Alright, looks like by 24 they're not really... 24 looks like the downfall now. Yeah, because it looks like statistical and morale and natural for Jack Hughes. Janssen with some statistical growth. Kovalchuk is decreasing. Yeah, I think he's just about done here. He's getting old. Gusev with some growth. PK with some growth. Klein with a little bit, not a lot. Blackwood with some. Butcher, anybody with negative. I can't really tell. You really gotta take a look at the AHL too. So Bednar grows quite a bit. Kalgren grows quite a bit. Schneider grows a tiny bit. White, Jacobs, Harley growing a little bit. Jacobs could see NHL next year. Smith is definitely going to see NHL next year. Drysdale's still growing. Alright, Clark, Studnicka, Zutterlund. Nobody totally ready to play NHL. Schnarr. So it's going to be a bit of a remodel for us based off that. I think I gotta start writing down some lines. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of pre-scouting, see who I can get rid of, who I want to get rid of before this draft. We'll get the draft done and we'll set up, I'll resign, and once again we'll go right to free agency and we'll take a look at what we got. Alright, so I looked at what we needed, and most of it is top tier stuff. Nothing that can come out of a draft, which is sad, because I don't want to have to do a lot of trading or picking up a free agency. The biggest one is a top line sniper, 2-way forward role. Because Schwartz is going to move to power forward if he can get up 44 points. Gusev's gone, right? So we're breaking up that line. Hughes, Zaka, and it'll be Klein, not Kovalchuk. And we really got a dilemma with our defenseman because we're going to make a big splash. So let's see what there is quickly. Quickly. View draft class. Quick. Yes. Too bad he's not a right winger. We don't need any defensemen. We have pretty much our guys here. Chaika looks alright. Here we are. So we got Hutchkiss. But if we're making a move, here we go. We're gonna look first. Don't want to give it up, but I have a player you really do want. PK Subban is going. Straight up for that pick would be nice, but we could bring back couple good guys here, like a Robbie Fabry for the top line. He could excel. Robbie Fabry. We have to make this fast. Anybody that I am willing to deal. Oh boy. Clark might be the option here. We're weak on wings, so the rights of Kovalchuk, Tabak. Alright, let's see if this goes through. Rejected. I'll go pick. Preferably not that. But you know what, I might do that and then just change that to a second. Because you want a 14th. If we can get your 32nd and a 4th for next year, I will do this deal. Really? You're being sticky. Oh, that straight up won't even work. Alright. Skaters magic block. Rights to make sure. Okay. You don't want to make that deal. I see that. Yep, that's why. Would you like to make the deal now? Detroit. Because he could be the guy for the future. I doubt you want to, because that's your Larkin pairing, but Subban and like I don't even know what else to give you. Vujovic. Oh, he's not signed. Alright, that deal won't work. I want to get rid of PK, but I want to get lots back. Let's just simulate. Seventh. I want to give him up. He'd be in the West. Let's view the draft class. Use 7. 7 is Zachary, Roy or Lambos, Harrison. Okay, there's a couple of decent options here. Elite speed. Oh, nothing to report. He's got none. So 7 wouldn't be bad. We could get a really good prospect and I could change him to a winger. And you guys would get PK Subban. He'd be over the league maximum. Not by much. So I'd have to bring back someone with a little bit of cap, but not a lot. Alright, let's see here. Based off of that, who do I need here? Sami Niku. Wouldn't be bad, he could fit in our top 4 role. Fits. I would do that deal. Let's see if we can get a little bit more back. Any good goalies? No. Alright, that's going to be stupid because it's going to reset. But if I can get all that with Subban, and now is gone. Sim to 7. Cole Cylinder was taken and Trevor Wong was taken. That means we get our option between either or. It's got to be Zachary here with the pick 72 overall out of the draft. That's huge for us, and I'm going to change him to a winger. He could be a very good two-way player. I'm changing him to a winger. Winger for LaRue. Alright, let's pick 14 here. So we have some Daniel Chaika just went. That would have been a steal. Okay, so Riley Kidney, Robida, or Huckins. Okay, so he could be, but he could be good. They're all centers. 3 years. Looks like Robida. It's 3 years. His size, he's got to be a power forward, or even a two-way. He's got to be like a playmaker, for sure. And he's got to be a two-way forward. So we got a power forward, playmaker, two-way forward. Gonna go with Riley Kidney. That was a bust of a pick. Not really. High top 9 isn't bad. Olofsson would have been good. I want to see where Robida. So they got the better one, I would think. There's really not much. Rasmussen, Marsha Rasmussen. Might as well take him. Scota's saying too. Be in top 9. Pick 67. We got 67, 68. Anybody worth taking here? Backer. Looks good. We might just take him. Sniper. Depth. I don't want to take any more defensemen here. Clark says gem. Brandon Clark. Or Tyven or Darling. You both did pretty terrible. You played 16 games. You played 36. Pro Elise. Let's go with the older pick. Or I guess they're the same age. But the European. Tarvinen. I guess they're both European. Whitney. Darling 61. We got the better pick. And we got the sniper. Alright. Sim to 88. Really not much I want. Except Ethan Del Mastro, because I know how good he is. Or I thought I knew how good he is. I think he went down. Yes. Top 6 defenseman. But Thomas Harley is teammates with him, so it's not a bad pick. I might just want to take this back up. He had solid numbers too. I'm gonna take him, we're gonna use him, I think. I think so. Okay, I think we're just gonna call timeout and trade our picks. Fine, trade for these picks, please. Oh, why did I click that button? Not Jack Hughes. We had a pretty okay draft, I think. Wasn't anything great. I just want to take something for next year. That fourth could be good. Okay, so that fourth is looking good. That goalie prospect. Ingham. It's looking even better. Steen and a fourth. Okay. I like the Ingham pick, so we'll accept that. Alright, let's grab something for these guys. Fifth looks pretty solid. Kaiser. James Reimer. Solid backup. Bring back Larson. That wouldn't be a bad deal. I think James Reimer. I'll take him. It's 2/7 or Riley Nash. We'll accept the Riley Nash deal because it's just his rights. Alright. So that will be an end, pretty much an end to this episode. Why didn't I just cemetery draft? Brought on a couple of decent prospects. Nothing really I liked. Honestly, I wasn't out of this world about it. I think we had one solid first rounder, but if coaches resign, I can just do that off camera, and I will resign our players off camera as well. So I'll see you guys when that's done, and you guys will be able to look at free agency. Alright, to end this episode off, we'll take a peek at free agency. We got the key players signed back. McLeod signed 5 years to be our 4th/3rd line center. We brought back Mikheyev for, I think, 3. We brought back Schwartz for 2 at 5 mil as our top line player. I hope he gets 55 points. That'd be good. So let's take a peek and see what we got. Taylor Hall to come back. Let's take a look by overall. And we have cap space. And young players who I like to target, we bring both these guys on, it will be unstoppable. Don't want to quite do that. Any goalies? Ask Bennington, no. Although I might just bring on Comrie, because he's super low on money, or low for money. Played solid in the AHL. We'll give him 80 to be our new backup. That means we can move on and gain more cap back. I feel like bringing on somebody wouldn't be bad, especially because I don't know what I got going into next year, but who would that person be? I feel like we have to go for the two big guys, and that means then Schwartz is out, which is crazy that we just re-signed him. But 7 years at... Wait, what have you been doing? You're a guy that I think I want. Seven years at... Oh, what is 7 put at? 26, 27... 33... 32... 31. Perfect contract for me. And we'll get you at 8.5. I think we gotta go for the two big guys here. You'd be on a big 3-year deal. Big 3-year deal. 10 mil. 10.5. We gotta do it. We want to be very, very good. We have to put in the money. So those are offers that I'm for sure making. Just let me know anything and everything in the comments. I'm not going to sim a day, so you guys can see them sign if they sign. I feel like this would be a big team for the next 3 years if we get those guys. But that means that's the end of Jaden Schwartz too, so if they don't sign, they don't sign. I offered them deals. I'm not upset if they don't sign. We have a growing team, but that would really speed up the process quite a bit. Alright, so I think we're gonna call it quits for this episode. Hopefully you liked this episode. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you in episode 5 when we find out if these guys sign, and then we'll take it up to the regular season.